I gotta redo the YouTube intro. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ghoul, aka J Boogie, aka the prestigious one, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. After getting my butt reamed by Super Kaizo Ironmon Fire Red Leaf Green for 4.5 hours, we'll be watching though. New game. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Saudi, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of this. That's mean, J Boogie. She knew my name was J Boogie right off the bat. Looks like she wants me to join a club. What is an NEET? What is an NEET? Not an educate. Oh. Not in education, employment, or training, referring to young people, typically ages 15 to 34, disengaged from the labor force and education system. Italy has the highest in the EU, 19+%. Wow. You, Boogie, no way. Technically, I'm in the labor force, so suck my chode. How about that? How about that? Okay, so we're promising Saudi to look at a couple clubs here. And I think she's gonna twist my arm to get me into one of her clubs. Let's find out, shall we? And also, I was in education less than 2 months ago. Technically still am, so suck my little bug. How about you throw it back? Let me smack them cheeks. Oh, I gotta change the stream title in the stream game, of course. How could I forget? Doki Doki. Smack that ass. Ooh. Literature Club. Is my webcam too dark or is it pretty good? I think it's pretty good, yeah? I don't know what I just did, but... It's a tad dark in there? Yeah. There you go. Dude, now the camera's like more 60, closer to 60 frames. See how that works? Interesting. Might have to do that for future reference. All right, so I'm telling Saudi, my best friend, my closest friend at least, that I'd come to her club for a cupcake, which means that I sold my soul for said cupcake. Everyone, the new club member is here. New member, rather. Not club member, but same pretty difference. That's my girl. Welcome. Pleasure meeting you. Saudi always says nice things about you. Who's this girl asking why she brought a boy? Is there something wrong with boys? Something wrong with men? You don't know me, son. You don't know me, so how do you know I'm gonna kill the vibe? So many things? Shut up. How are you, Mod? You don't know me, Shen. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Well, technically I was not looking at you at that time. If you want to say something, say it. Why am I apologizing? Sorry, I guess. My girl's defending me already. Small stature, probably a first year. She was also the one who made cupcakes, according to my not my girl, my friend. I can just ignore her when she gets moody. Saudi says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. I'm a fan of intelligent women. What can I say? Yuri, my girl, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Saudi and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Apparently I know this woman. It's great to see you again, J Boogie. She smiles sweetly. Tatted. 6'2". Fully jacked. Bidet. Clean. Fresh beard. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Okay. I have a question. I have a question for the boys. Fresh as a winter's morning? Of course. I have a question for the boys. Is an athletic woman attractive? Because I'm going to be honest with you. As a man myself, straight, 6% gay, but straight, 94%. I find clumsy girls more attractive than athletic ones. Not that athletic girls are unattractive, but it seems that in Japan they really value the idea of an athletic woman. Some would say no. Some would say no, Flawless. Thank you. She's smiling at me genuinely, and it makes me a little nervous. You too, Monica. Come sit down, J Boogie. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. She made them, so she'll get them, she says. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I like a girl who can make tea. Because I'm a fan of tea. And I make tea from time to time as well, especially when I read. Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Saori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one next to Saori. Big tea drinkers. Okay, I'm feeling awkward. Okay, are you ready? She's happy to show the cupcakes. Everyone's excited. She made them in the form of cats. Big cat guy. Cat dad. So kawaii. She's good at baking. Just hurry and take one. Saori grabs one. First I follow. Okay. She's a little bit of a ditz. Getting frosting all over her face. I take a nice bite. Girl that made the cupcakes is looking at me, waiting for me to take a bite. This is really good. Thank you. What do they call this in Japanese, in anime? What do they call it? When a girl's like, I didn't make it for you. You don't know the term? I need to know it. Do I really need to know it? I don't. Getting a little bit awkward. Getting a little bit awkward. I couldn't agree more, Yuri. A hot cup of tea does help me enjoy a good book. She's trying to impress me already. 6'2", fully jacked, fully tatted, bidet at home, clean, fresh cut on the beard, 20/20 eyesight vision with glasses. We seem to be in a position where fresh as a winter's morn, fresh powder on the snow. What? Fresh powder on the ground. Fresh pow pow. Big body, so I'm warm. Big teddy bear energy. Yeah, so now I'm getting caught as somebody that not IRL, in-game, online. Somebody that doesn't read, apparently. And that I haven't joined any clubs. And that I'm an NEET. Okay, so now we're gassing up Monica. Not that she hasn't been already gassed up before, but it's okay. Okay, so we got the leader, Monica. We've got the... Is it tsundere? Tsundere? Hey, Siri. What does the Japanese word TSUNDERE mean? All right, try Chat GPT. What? Oh. I shall enable. Siri, look on the internet and find what the word TSUNDERE means. Okay. It's a Japanese term for a character development process that depicts a character with an initially harsh personality who gradually reveals a warmer, friendlier side over time. Okay, so we've got the leader, athletic, good-looking, smart, above average, intelligence, according to my online character, in-game character, rather. We have the ditzy one, who's friendly, brings people to the club, myself included. Then we have the tsundere, woman, girl, who doesn't like that I said that she... Online. Who doesn't like that I said the cupcakes were for me, even though technically they were. Perhaps later on in the story, she will warm up. And then we have Yuri, my woman, my girl. The smartest one. Likes a good cup of tea. Seems a little quiet. Let's continue. Let me know in the comments section below which one you'd choose. Because as I know, from the little bit of spoiling that I have gotten, you do pick one, so to speak. Now, I don't know if you ever start dating or things like that, because... Anyways. I'm joking about reading comics, reading cartoons. Maybe like the far right one. The purple hair? They all look the same. Well, clearly not. They have different hairstyles, different builds, different personalities, different eye colors. Is that a hate on Asians? She likes fantasy worlds. Telling a good story in a foreign world is equally impressive. All in the red color zone. Flawless. Flawless. I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Truly. Apparently, I've read a horror book once or twice. This is something new that Monica has never heard. She's sharing new information with me, personally. She's gentle. Natsuki hates horror. Yuri is like, why? Didn't want to talk about it. She likes cute things. Oh, she was working on a poem that she doesn't want read out loud. Even the title. Ditzy one. Makes sense. I think that's impressive. I don't share them sometimes. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. A very confident writer. I understand. We all sit in silence for a moment. The leader has an idea. Okay, so I guess we're going home and writing poems. Okay, apparently I'm a new member. Ah, I goofed. My online, my in-game character goofed. I never said I would join this club, I say. She may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. It's interesting for the one on the far right, considering she has been somewhat harsh with me. And that she didn't want a boy in the club to ruin the vibe. The atmosphere, she says. Oh, they're all sad. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I can't blame you. Right, that is right. Writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. I'm in the club. I've decided. I'd rather not spend my high school days doing something I enjoy, but rather looking at beautiful women. Sounds like me in IRL. It's official. And I'm supposed to write an assignment for the next time. And I'm looking to impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. Oh, Lord. And now I'm walking home with this girl. Interesting. My mind's wandering. Between the four women. That's a good question to ask yourself as a young man. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Thinking, not with your brain. Enjoying life. Enjoying the youth, the springtime of youth that you only get once. But rather, can I get closer to one of these women? Typical. Good fortune favors the bold. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh. Now we're in. Now we're talking Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay. We are going for Yuri, the gentle, tea-drinking, tea-making, fantasy, world-building, sometimes horror enjoyer. And so what I imagine is that we should pick words that pertain to stuff she likes. Fantasy. And I didn't want that. I didn't want it. Existence. That's her. Extreme. That's her. Insight. Okay. Melancholy. Philosophy. Flawless Dusk has started playing Stardew Valley. Don't know why that's up. Imagination. Death. Oh. It's a little bit out of tune. Okay. Tenacious D. Indeed, flawless. Indeed. Vitality. Sadness. Landscape. Frightening. Graveyard. Heaven sent. Okay. All right, we're cooking here. Disaster. Cooking. Incongruent. Alone. Okay. After image. Inferno. Oh, baby, we are in there like swimwear. Yuri is going to love our poem. Bro, these dating sims are so weird to me, low-key. This is not a dating sim. It's a horror psychological experience. Hi again, J-Boogie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Good man. Thanks for... Okay, now we get to talk with our girl. The girl that we... Okay, so Natsuki's coming over to talk some shit. And I'm not liking it. She keeps her manga collection in the club room. I hate to say it, but I actually agree with her. Manga is literature. She's plopped back into her seat. Nice. Don't worry, guys. Boogie always gives his best as long as he's having fun. Nice. I look dependable to my girl. She's getting a little... Oh, I was about to say it, and then I read it, and it says it right there. I might be a little jealous that we are so close. But... The springtime of youth has only just begun. Saudi, wing girl? Wing girl? Thank you, girl. Saudi, She made it a little awkward. What? Oh, she's giving me something. Nice. Any nice gesture is a pleasant surprise from someone I just met. I've got the words down. She picked out a book for me. She got it for me. She's a little nervous talking about discussing it with me. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? Good man. Enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. I'm in an interesting situation here. Accidentally she knows what she's doing? Absolutely. Without a doubt. So, we got an informal club of literature. And it looks like I'm going to get some alone time with Yuri. So, let's see what I can do. It's the same book she lent to me. Doki Doki, even. Oh, the music is cute. Crap, I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me. Eyes me for a split second. Sorry, just spacing out. Okay. She has 2 copies of the same book, and I'm curious. Stopped at the bookstore yesterday. I lied. She just happened to buy 2 of them. Well, it looks like I'm already on her mind. Yeah, Flawless, I agree. I wish your chat was on the screen right now for everybody to see. Can't look just once, can't think about just once. It's 6'6", fully jacked, fully tatted, fresh as winter's morn. It's just impossible. I can't go back. Wait. There's something fairly... Oh, that's bright as sin. There's fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Sounds like me. I'm oblivious. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Portrait of Markov. Russian. Ominous looking eye symbol. She just kind of spoiled it to me. Oh, just that it's dark. Okay. She gently giggles. Like that. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories. Sounds about right up my alley. Totally forget that she's into this. She's so shy. She's so shy. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. I actually was interested in what you were saying. She's apologizing for rambling, but I thought it was fairly interesting. I couldn't kind of agree with her. It's a philosophical conversation. My head itches right under my hat. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Well, when you're around me, I tend to say some strange things. That's why they call me J Boogie. But don't get it twisted. I'm still 6'6", fully jacked, fully tatted, fresh as a winter's morn. Have a bidet. So I'm cleaner than most people. So true. Thank you, Flawless. So I got the book. She's, for some reason, she's nervous that I'm wanting to read it already. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Man, cooking. She was a little apprehensive at first, or perhaps now. She's not used to... Listen, I get it. I get it. You're not used to a 6'6", fully tatted, fully jacked, fresh as a winter's morning bidet at home individual sitting right next to you. I get it. It's intimidating. I know. But don't worry. This big body is just a big teddy bear. Not in Japan? Yeah, probably true. Start the prologue. As if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. She's reading from my book. You really apologize a lot, do you? Don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Well, now she's blushing for real. Got her good. Like what the type says. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Not the shoulders. Not the shoulders. Leave room for the Holy Spirit. Oh my goodness. This is an interesting way to read. Interesting way to read. This is high school. This is high school. This is high school. This is high school. Chill. Chill. Oh, now I'm dying. God. Women out there, I understand. Listen, our brains are a little bit different, okay? We get distracted by things randomly. And it's not something that we can control all the time. But this guy's a young man. He hasn't gone through the procedures and has not gotten the experience in order to circumvent these distractions. Now our eyes are meeting. Apparently she's a fast reader. Oh, now she's talking shit about my reading level. Yes, thank you, Flawless. Now listen, I have never flirted with anybody when it comes to reading. But now I'm experiencing it, and it's quite, dare I say, sensual. We continue. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. This was written by a woman. This story, these lines were written by a woman. Nothing bad about that by any stretch of the imagination, but I can tell. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh no, now you're cooked. Now you're cooked. Now you're cooked. It's like telling your girlfriend she reminds you of her mother. No, her mother reminds you of her. That she's like her mother. Oh, bad news bears. It's like telling a woman to calm down. It's like, hold on. Let me redact that. I did not mean to say that. What I meant to say, it's like telling anybody to calm down when they're upset. See, I didn't finish the sentence. In my experience, I grew up with women. So telling them to calm down was not a good experience for me. Telling my friends to calm down, not a good experience for me. Okay, anyways. Whoopsies. Don't cancel me. Ooh, like I said, now that's just the truth in plain sight. Thank you, Flawless. I think you're right. A terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Now we're reeling. Now we're reeling back. Now we're cooked. Not cooked. Now we're in the danger zone, and now we have to reel it back. Oh, why would you tell somebody I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing? Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. He's cooking, Chad. He's cooking. That's the line right there. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Listen, you just met this girl. It's your first day hanging out with her. And you're already doing a little bit of the flirtating. But this was the only move. It's like in chess. When you get put in check, most of the time, you have one move, and that is to move the king. Most of the time. No. Redact. When you are put in check, you mainly have one move. And that is to get the king out of check. I was almost in checkmate. I was put in check. And this is my move. In fact, by playing this move right here, I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What I did there is I was in check, but I had a move that takes me out of check and puts her in check. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying, Chad? See what I'm saying? Listen, this is the Ghoul JS, the J Boogie, the prestigious one stream, okay? What you have to understand is that we dive deep into these things. We understand these things at a level that not many people can understand. We're at a different level than most people. And if you're not following the stream, I don't know what you're doing with your life. What king wouldn't want to make the play anyway? Exactly. Gosh. Checkmate, son. Checkmate, son. Checkmate, son. Son. Now we gotta get C-blocked by Monica. We were cooking. You were in checkmate. But someone had to decide to come over to the board and flip it up because she wanted to play the game. And we only have one board. She said, I have had enough. Fuck. Now it's time to share the poem, so. Oh, she's upset. See? Checkmated. And then Monica had to come over and flip the board. I've had enough. I want to play. We have one board. Stop playing. Monica's on my shit list. Good question. Put the ball in her basketball court. I said, my character said, Monica don't want the boy cooking. Looks like I'm going to read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? She wants me to finish the first 2 chapters. Okay. Stand up. I make a mental note of where I left onto the book. Okay. Ask me if I remembered to read a poem. Yes, I was thinking about who I was just talking to, who I was perhaps in a flirtating with, when you had to come over and flip the board. So yes, I did. I did write my poem. Would you like to hear it? Everyone's pulling out their poems. My character's a little nervous. Everyone's, yeah, okay. Oh! This is interesting. Now listen, I don't want to come off too strong to Yuri, but we do have a connection. So far, and I think she might be a little sad if I don't share it with her, so maybe I'll share it with Yuri. Yeah, I'll share it with Yuri. Fuck it if I come off a little too strong. I'm a man who expresses my feelings. Most experienced. Hello. I will lose first. I like that name, brother. How you doing? We're playing a little Doki Doki Literature Club for the first time. Oh! I see you're a fan of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is my first time. It's my first time. So don't spoil. I am, yes, Love to hear it. Wow!
No, they don't.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will lose. For the follow. I appreciate it. I'm trying to think what I could call you because I feel like I don't want to call somebody I will lose. I know it's your name, but no spoilers. Gracias. Gracias. Listen, Will works. Perfect. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Will. Things get a little bit... Listen, what do I want to say here? This is not your typical stream. Things are going to get a little bit weird. I'm just going to say that. So, if you end up taking back that follow, I understand. I am enjoying this game so far. I'm at the very beginning, but we're just having fun, so. Uh-oh. Yuri covers her mouse, but then ends up covering her whole face. What does she do? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? She was getting nervous. She was getting nervous around me. 6'6", fully tatted, fully jacked. Fresh as a winter's morn. Bidet at home. What kind of writing experience do you have? Not a lot, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, so she already read my poem. A perfect example, Will, is that right underneath here, right at the bottom there, at 300 followers, I'm doing a Guy Fieri cosplay. So, we get a little goofy around here. That's the word I was looking for earlier. It's a little goofy. We don't try to take anything too serious. She traced her fingers as if breaking down more thoroughly. So she liked my poem, and now she's surprised that I wrote so well. You 100%ed it on every platform? I love it. Well, now, what do you mean every platform? It's not just on Steam? On PC? She didn't think I had the sauce? Boy, was she wrong. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there's... Switch, PS4, Xbox, mobile, and PC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You 100%ed this game 5 times. Respect. I think the most notable thing is Sal very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. Going over my head, Yuri. To be honest, by the way, I've picked Yuri as my girl. The game is giving me choices, and one of those choices was who I wanted to share my poem with, who I wanted to write my poem with in mind. Yuri is my woman. It is one of my all-time favorites. I love it. I love to hear it. That actually makes me quite happy, because the reason I picked up this game was because one stream night I finished Outlast Whistleblower DLC, because first 3 hours usually of my stream are Yuri is my girl as well. Welcome to the stream. Usually we do 3 hours of Pokemon challenges, or just challenging runs of any games right now, of any games in general. But right now we're playing Super Kaizo Ironmon, which is a crazy challenge. I got absolutely destroyed today. And then we do horror games. And when I looked up top 5 free horror games, this game popped up, and I thought, well, this looks interesting. Such a cutesy feel to it. So the brain is going through possibilities, and I like psychological horror, psychological thriller things, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so about 5 minutes ago, this girl was a little bit worried, a little bit embarrassed, a little bit shy. And now she's cooking me in my poem writing skills. Changed your life. Crazy. I love it. Now she's cooking me with her furious rap skills. A bit Yuri'd, even. Might take you some time. Natsuki can be biased. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Well, now she's talking shit about other club members. Anywho. Any of the thoughts you have in your head are not even going to come close, to be honest? Fuck. Fuck. I'm in. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to me. Natsuki, do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. She smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Well, listen. Not very often do you get to share something as intimate as poems. An authored poem by yourself. A poem authored by yourself. With somebody 6'6", fully jacked, fully tatted, fresh as a winter's morn. Bidet at home. So I'm fresh. Fresh, $70 cologne. Fresh. 99% of the time. Self is kind of funny after all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. What are tendrils? Planting the seed of hatred. Planting. Tendrils of my hair. The strands? Is that just a funny way to say... Funny. Better, a different way? Synonym of strands? Illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. It's a pretty dang good poem, if I have to say so myself. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Better than mine, I'm gonna be honest. Mine is horrible. Compared. Took you a long time to read. Now you're talking. I farted and a poopy almost slipped out. What? A what? What? What was that? Yo, Will, thank you for the 15 bits to play, quote, I farted and a poopy almost slipped out. Wowzers. Thank you. Thank you for the 15 bits to play that blurb. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't read script very often. I think your handwriting is pretty. Sowing the seeds. How does that even come through? Through blurb. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest. Mild? Are you telling me you write softcore corn? Oh, that almost slipped. Softcore corn? Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that Why did you... I'm confused. You just said I read it. I took... What? You took... You just said I took a long time to read it. But then you just said I just glanced over it? I'm confused. Soft pour corn. There you go. Soft pour corn. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So their own thoughts and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. My head itches. Soft pour corn. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is like a prepared to roast, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn. Hadn't thought of that. That's impressive. That's impressive. Oh, now we're complimenting. I love it here already. Good to hear, Will. Good to hear. Glad you're here as well. Yours was impressive too. Oh, now we're complimenting each other. Now we're back. Now we're back. Will, right before you got here, I was explaining how me and Yuri were reading together, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, not leaving room for the Holy Spirit. I'll tell you that much. I had my hand on the right side of the book. She had her left hand, as you know. You've played this game multiple times. And I called her cute. I put her in checkmate. We were playing chess, and she put, figuratively, of course, and then Monica decides to come over and flip the chessboard and say, I want to play. I want to play. We have one board.
No, they don't.
Yo, Violixen, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Violixen. That's a cool name. Like it. Thank you for the follow. Yes, Riz. Riz indeed. Monica is a dirty dog, to be honest. Bro, she's C-blocking me. Hold on. She's flirt blocking me. We're in high school. Hold on. She's flirt blocking me. She came over. We were in an intense game of chess. Yuri checked me. I moved to get myself out of check to check check her, and it happened to be a checkmate. But then Monica comes over and flips the board. I want to play. Let's read everybody's poems now. Anyways, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Yeah, of course. They had to let you in 6'6", 220. Yeah, 6'6", fully jacked, fully tatted, fresh as a winter's morn. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Jay, but... For me? Ah, me too. Me too. Who will I show my poem to next? Well, I got some beef with Monica. She just used the government name too, J Boogie. I know, right?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in J Boogie.
Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. I got some beef. W. Hi, J Boogie. Having a good time so far. I said yeah, but we got some beef here. Chessboard flipper. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I have a suggestion. But we've already gone over my suggestion. I'll leave it for a private conversation. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your club. Prez. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Now that you say it, I was flirting with Yuri and you had to come over and flirt block me. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Of course. She's the Prez. She could kick me out and then I won't ever get to see Yuri again. My life would be over. High school status over. High school life, springtime of youth, over. Monica is trying to bring the birth rate down. Chill. We're in high school. Chill. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Fair point. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, J Boogie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Fair enough. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, J Boogie. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you a little. Or just underestimated you. Well, that was your first mistake for underestimating the 6'6", fully jacked, fully tatted, fresh as a winter's morn, $70 cologne wearing, bidet having individual. But that's okay. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Nice. $70, don't be modest. Listen. I don't never disrespect. Let me say this. I don't think I've ever owned a cologne more than $50. IRL. That might be a lie. Do gifts count? Same. Do gifts count? Guess it worked anyway. Because if gifts count, then I guess maybe I didn't. I don't know how much it was, but it was pretty. Well, actually, let's see. What is it called? Mont LeBlanc. Wait, no. No IMO because you didn't buy it. Fair enough. Le Mont Blanc. You didn't choose to wear it. True. Very true. Shoe brand with alligator. Lacoste Blanc cologne. Aha. Yeah, it's, hey, Crocs. Yeah. Lacoste Blanc is, what? Wait. Okay, so technically I did own, not buy, own a cologne over $50. It's $67. Sounds like my people. The Blanc, the Franche. Yeah, they it's a good cologne. It's a really good cologne. It's a great summer cologne. It's light. I have a summer cologne, or rather a spring summer cologne, and then I have a fall winter cologne. $70 cologne wearing. Back to the game. Okay. She's talking shit about Saudi and her simple writing skills. Little do they know I've got the furious rap skills on deck. I have colognes for different moods. That's a good technique. Every man needs his signature scent. True. Dude, that's so true. Because there are two colognes I know of. Oh my god. They're both Calvin Klein. Shit. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Two Calvin Klein colognes that my dad and my grandfather, dad and then grandfather on my mother's side, different colognes, both Calvin Klein brands, but I'll tell you, I cannot smell those colognes without thinking of those individuals. So maybe when people think of me, they think of Le Mont Blanc. Lacoste Blanc. Le Mont. Out of the ballpark through the goal field. You're a piece of toast, burnt. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. She'd love to see me try new things. Interesting. Oh, with poems. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. With Yuri. I'll be online, in-game. Wait. Hold on. Charlie, Kelly, online.
That sucks. But I was like, in the way, dude.
Oh, sorry.
No, online.
No, online.
Online.
Guys, if you've never watched the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I don't know if we can be friends. Just kidding, but that is a great show. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not really interested in reading her poem. I read Yuri's. I think I'm good for the day. I'll go home. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. Rude? Lock in for this, Boogie? Rude? It's not rude. I have my woman already. I don't need to be reading other women's poems. Anyways. Okay. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas. My retinas! Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Bro, am I the only one that feels like this sounds a little bit like pervy? She's like, silly goose. he made a hole in my wall, and I'm gonna write a poem about it. I realized that I was looking out and he was looking in. Any hoozles. I'm not gonna give my actual thoughts. It's very freeform. Sounds like a stalker somehow. See, that's what I feel that way too. See, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. That's kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Sip time. Good emote for this. Good emote for this. Sip time. I will LO cat. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly it, Will. What could that mean? What could that mean? An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about D stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, she's been reading that weird stuff? No. She had an epiphany, dog. She just realized her innocence is gone. She's in high school. She thought that this guy made a hole in their wall because he made a mistake, but in reality, he was looking at her pooping. Something like that. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Didn't ask. Anywho. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Fair play. It's a pretty decent tip. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Thank you for the 15 bits to play. Are you sure? So just move your hand and go with the flow. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. This isn't a podcast, Monica. This isn't the radio. This isn't FM radio. All right, we'll go Natsuki next. Are you sure about that? Wait, why is she talking shit? I just let 2 people read my poem, and they said it was good. So what do you mean not take this club seriously? Exactly, what? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Why is she? She's flaming me. She's flaming my writing skills. Natsuki, chill out, dog. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? Yeah! Tell him, J-Bug! Tell him, Boogie! If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Got him! Got him! It's probably some soft poor corn. So, it was probably some fanfic about the Teletubbies. Something like that. Painful to think about? Get wrecked. Fine. Oh, sorry. Deku and Bakugo. Yeah, some fanfic about Deku and Bakugo. Having a child or something. He was flames. He was the one that had nothing. Then one day, he had it all. All for one? No, one for all. I want to read that. Chill. You'll get better anyway. Bars, thank you. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Okay, where's your poem? Where's your poem? Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Well, what do you mean? You're... Why are they playing like little kid music like she's an idiot? She's a fraud. She is a fraud. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. And my poem was bad? It doesn't even rhyme. It doesn't! Dude, listen. This is supposed to be a top 5 horror game, free horror game. If I get to choose who dies first, she's out of here. Natsuki, you're gone. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. She's on that Dr. Seuss. I like it. I don't like it! Stop lying! What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously. You're talking about animals like you're looking in a goddamn, what are those books called? The ones where they got the you get to touch them? And they got like, oh, this is an elephant. This is what because it sucks! Because, they got the picture, and there's like this right here, and you touch it, and it's like, this is what a cheetah feels like. This is what a rabbit feels like. It looks like you were reading that, and you're like, I'll write this next. Cheetahs can run. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? What are you expressing? Expressing that you go home and you read about, you're like, oh, I really need to touch that book. Touch that book? Yeah, that didn't sound too bad. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. What is the message? You know, she sat there thinking it's deep or something. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. It is deep. Bro. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. Is there a history? Is there a history of this? Can I read this poem again? Okay. I can't read the poem. That's okay. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Nah. No. Shit. Shit poem. Shit poem. Shit poem. It's fire. Shit poem. Let me know how the kindergartners feel about it. Last person? This is a good poem, J Boogie. Are you sure it's your first time? Are we talking about poems? We'll put it up for sale and see. Well, listen, Flawless, we can't do that because I could just point to the time back in the day when Vincent van Gogh was alive and that guy couldn't sell couldn't sell a painting to save his life, but now he's regarded as one of the best painters of all time. So don't even try that. Let's think about it. I'll pay her not to write ever again. One pog for Will in the chat. Are you sure it's your first time? And are we sure we're talking about poems? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me? Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. Why is everybody, except for Yuri, I guess maybe a little bit of Monica, why is everyone talking shit? I'm not an idiot. I do things. I'm 6'6", fully tatted, fully jacked, fresh as a winter's morn. $70 cologne. Bidet. Do you have a bidet? Because you're a guy. So it's sexism. Okay, well, welcome to the modern world. Anywho, it just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Fair enough. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, J Boogie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Saudi. I'm not sure if Saudi sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Is she gonna have the best poem? Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Not the best. She doesn't know what you look like under the school uniform yet. The school uniforms typically do. Do hide the 6'6", fully jacked, fully tatted exterior. Interior, perhaps, is what I meant to say. Is this poem about me? Is this poem about me? She's my childhood friend. Is this her secretly telling me that she wants my Jimmy? Perhaps. It's just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't worry, be mean. Don't be mean. Might be a Diddy thing low key. Chill. Chill. No Diddy. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. You're Jimmy. Maybe you're John, perhaps? Oh, my John. More of a Jimmy kind of guy, you know? Anyways. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. That is an adorable look, though. That's very cute. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Ehehe. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Okay. The last time I played this was last Saturday? Saturday or Thursday. Last Thursday, last Saturday. And the VOD got corrupted. L in chat for the lost VOD. And I played up into right before this point. I stopped right after I talked to Yuri, and it gave me the option to choose the 3. So we're in new territory. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. No, Yuri was gassing you up. And then you had to come back and say, well, it was my first time. You know, I'm trash at writing. I'm mediocre. And then she locked in. And then you couldn't have just let her gas you up. Typical J Boogie move. And even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club at all. There's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. Can I read my own poem, please? Can I read it, please? Because if it's worse than Natsuki's, I'm out. I'm leaving the literature club. I'm quitting. No girl is worth losing my springtime of youth if my poems are that bad. Anyways, you're just being a modest king. Fair enough. Your eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch the others change. Natsuki says, might be the next Poe. Might be the next Edgar. Furo and frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Listen, there's beef. There's beef between these two. Left is my girl. Right one's a douchebag, for lack of a better term. She's a fictional female. I can say whatever I want. Not true, but I can say more than I would in IRL, of course. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Beef. Wait, she's not real? Thanks, but there's beef. There's beef, and I'm gonna slither my way in. I'm gonna go right in between. I'm gonna turn to the left, and I'm gonna say, see, I told you. That Natsuki's a dirty douchebag. And let's talk shit about her. Do you have a couple suggestions? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sour liked it, and J Boogie did too. Fuck! My niceness got fucked. I fucked myself by being nice. I'm cooked. Now Yuri's gonna think, wow, this guy is an idiot. Fuck. I'm cooked. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. All right. Freshman in high school. Let's chill here. Let's chill here for a second. Out here saying shit like, I've spent a long time making sure that I'm a good writer, that I've got my writing style down pat. You're 14? Do you think you're the next Emily Dickinson? By the way, Emily Dickinson, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she was a daughter of Charles. Nope, Charles Dickens, not Emily Dickinson. They're all 18 plus, LOL. No, they are not. Yuri is the oldest, LOL. They are not 18 plus. There's no shot. There's no shot. You're lying. And J Boogie liked my poem too. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh God. I'm already getting in there and I'm sowing the seeds of distrust. Maybe Natsuki was right. I'm in the beginning of a game. It says they are all 18 plus. Dude, are they just saying that to like not get sued? Like, cause like something's gonna happen and they're gonna be like, okay, so if this happened to a child, probably okay, all right. Because now listen, some of you guys don't know this. But my major in college was Japanese culture and language. And one thing that they don't do in college is wear uniforms. In any college, for that matter. So someone's pulling on my Jimmy. And it's not Will. Will is just expressing information that was said. Okay? Anyways, so Natsuki is not being she's not being a flirt blocker, but she's sowing the idea that it's possibly bad to try and impress me. Jimmy tug. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Seeds of anarchy even. Dude, I tell you what, it's getting to that point of the night where I'm getting somewhat tired. I'm not too bad. I've been chugging caffeine like an absolute fiend. But I can tell when I start getting tired, my reading comprehension starts to go down. And I start... Firmly grasp it! Will, thank you for the bits to play Firmly Grasp It from my boy P. Rick. My name's not Rick! Funny little coinky dink. Flawless is related to somebody named Rick. No, this is Patrick. Okay. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. She's gonna blush, and then she's gonna get angry. I'm calling it now. I've seen enough. You're, Big Rick, the Shuttlebuck. Embarrassed, and now angry. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well, and angry. This is the Matrix right here. I'm getting in there. I know what's gonna happen before it happens. God, I'm getting lip sweat. Maybe you're just jealous that J Boogie appreciates my voice. Maybe you're just jealous that J-Boogie appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Golly, get some reading glasses. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Get wrecked! Get wrecked, Natsuki. Now she's blushing, and now she's gonna get upset. And what am I doing here? Am I just enjoying the show? Is this what they call a cat fight? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one... I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew aside. We're in! We are in there like swimwear. Will, you know how you said earlier that anything that was gonna happen, any thoughts that I have about what was gonna happen in this game is wrong? Not once did I think of that line right there. That's a line right there. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as J-Boogie started showing up. Well, listen, Natsuki, you can't blame her. I'm 6'6", fully tatted, fully jacked, bidet at home, fresh as a winter's morning, $70 cologne wearing. She smelled the cologne, and inflation started happening. Woo! Can I get a Ric Flair? Woo! Anyways. Natsuki. And then she covers up. It's a little... This doesn't involve you. Dang, she's going... Okay. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. J-Boogie, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. It's the 6'6", fully tatted up appearance makes any girl grow triple Ds. Listen. Can I get an A or B in the chat? No, yes, A or B in the chat. And if you're a man, you'll understand. How is this stuff already happening this early in the game? I'm not complaining. B? B. Okay. Do you guys understand what I'm asking? I'm assuming you understand what I'm asking? Yes, period. I knew Flawless did, because Flawless knows my brain like the back of his nutsack. Anywho. The back of his nut. Just kidding. Anyways, nope. Not at all, I just typed. No? You actually didn't? Brendy. Would it make sense if I did this? Or... I'm playing Stardew Valley. No, Brendy, Flawless, we are best friends. How do I not know this about you? You're a caboose kind of guy, right? Bust or caboose, then A for sure. Yes, okay. See, he's a caboose guy. I did know. Okay, so I'm also a caboose kind of guy. You had to watch. I understand. It's all good. You didn't get the Fushigi joke the other day either, so it's okay. I'm a caboose kind of guy. So, for me, Japan is obsessed with boobs, dude. I mean, I get it. They're great, but boobs are great. Anyways, let's continue. B and T. Oh, I got that one there. B and T, I got that one. Okay, what's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, J-Boogie. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex emotions and meaning the most effective. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting themselves, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, J-Boogie? Well, do I get to pick? We're in! So, of course, that's going to be Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. Yuri giving us a lesson. More of a G&T kind of guy. I do love gin and tonics as well. God, a gin and tonic sounds good. See? Wait. Oh, the somber music. Okay. So now this is a crossing point. This is a crossroads is what I'm understanding. Now, somber music, crossroads. Now I'm giving up Natsuki falling for me in order to help my main squeeze Yuri. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to help our main squeeze. I agree with her. In fact, believe it or not, I actually do agree with her IRL too. I think that using simple words isn't bad, but I also think that complex emotions cannot be expressed. There are many things that can't even be expressed with words, so limiting yourself... Anyways, it's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri the intellectual. See, it just works. J Boogie plus Yuri. Am I schooling these kids right now? Damn right I'm schooling these kids. They're getting wrecked. They're getting wrecked by my intellectual prowess. They're getting wrecked by my people skills. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Kidding, that's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things they didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? In the end, nobody has taken her side. Man, I actually hated that feeling in high school, though. Like, when I knew I was right, and I'm not, like, trying to be, like, facetious here, or, like, even convoluted, but I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There were times when I knew I was right, but I still had no one on my side. Worst feeling in the world. Even though Natsuki in this situation is not right. Being defiant, only she can handle the pressure. I ended up feeling bad for her. Fuck her. Sometimes when I'm her, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Saturday, she doesn't need you. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Get wrecked. I don't want to see your face either. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem for the desk and swerves out on her way. She crumbles the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. She'll figure it out on her own. True. Yuri on ice, and then the Yuri on ice emote. Incredible. I love it. Great anime, by the way. Life doesn't revolve around the club. I tell you what, that's not even a life advice sentence that you would have to only tell to high schoolers. You could tell that to someone who's 21. You could tell that to somebody who's 40. And it works. It could work in their situation. Good. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right. I believe you. Thanks, J-Boogie. You're too kind. I am too kind. I'm too kind. It's a gift and a curse. It's a curse, actually. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. A curse? Why are you bringing up the boobs? Do you think I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, I guess they grew a size. They are nice though. Can I compliment them? Where's the text that I can compliment her boobs? So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Baking up for more than one person. Okay, yeah. I knew what was up. I'm playing the idiot now. There's a mod and you can do that. Nuh-uh. 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 I'm dead ass. That might not be TOS friendly, but that's hilarious. It might be TOS friendly. I don't think people really care. Twitch really cares, rather. That's so funny, dude. I love that with every fiber of my being. You guys have no idea. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? Poems. It's a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. J-Boogie, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. I'm still laughing about the fact that there's a mod like that. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with a newfound determination. J-Boogie! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. That's my laugh. She goes, and I go, Saturday beams at me. It truly has been a while since Saturday and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.